Hey learner, this is Nileshhanumantborate. So in this section, we will discuss the generators of Python. So we have learned how to create the function with def and the return statement. So generator functions allows us to write a function that can send back a value and then later resume to pick up where it left off. So this type of a function is a generator in a Python. Allows us to generate a sequence of values over time. So the main difference in syntax will be the use of a yield statement. So when a generator function is compiled, they become an object that support an iteration protocol. That means when they are called in your code, they don't actually return a value and then exit. So generator functions will automatically suspended and resume their execution and state around the last point of value generation. The advantage is that instead of having to compute an entire series of a value up front, the generator computes the one value wait until the next value is called for. So you can imagine if you wanted to get all the numbers between 1 and the 1 million, so you have the two options. You can either start generating values 1, 2, 3, 4 and then feed them. That's why by using the for loop, or you would create a giant list of numbers 1 through the million and then slowly pick off those numbers from memory. So instead of creating a big giant list in memory, so it is wasteful if you are using for loop. So for example, the range function doesn't produce an list in memory for all the values from start to the stop. So instead it just keep track of the last number and the step size is provide a flow of numbers. So generating the numbers over time instead of creating a giant list in memory, if a user did need the list, they have to transform the generator to a list with the list function. So see here the syntax, list in parameter range 0, 10. So put here 0 to 10 or the 0 to million, whatever their start and the stop values. So if you actually want to take the list of numbers, we have to case to a list because range itself is a generator and it's just remembering the last number it sent out. So that's why it doesn't have to store this huge list in memory and it make a lot more efficient. So let's see on notebook how to create our own generator. So first I will create a normal function. Here we find the cube of a 1 to n numbers. So first we'll give the title, that is the generator. So define one function def find cubes. Okay. See the parameter is the n, then this is your empty list result. So by using for loop x in range function, okay, here result dot append x raised to 3. Okay, so this is the cube of a x value and which is appended to the result list. Okay, so here we return the result. So see here, after running this code, we call the find cube function and here we pass the 5 number. See my output 0, 1, 8, 27, 64. So this is a normal function. Now we print the result in a different way. So see here, for x in find cubes, here we pass the number 5. Okay, then print x. See here my output 0, 1, 8, 27, 64. Okay, here we print the one value at a time. So in this code we didn't need the whole list stored in the memory. So going to function, so instead of list we will print the result in separately. See what happened in a code. So again this function def find cube. Okay, here we make some changes. remove this list. So for x in range n, okay, and instead of this statement we use the yield keyword, yield, yield x raised to 3. Okay, yield is the keyword. See, after rerun this function, okay, and here we remove this cell, okay, and by using for loop for x in find cube 5, print the value of x. See, this is the output 0, 1, 8, 27, 64. Get the same result. So I had passed a big number as a parameter for x, that is for example 1000. Then it create the entire list in memory of the cube numbers from 0 to 1000. And then from there, if you wanted to iterate through it, we would have that list in a memory. But in this case, I don't have this list in a memory. Instead of just yielding the values as they come, so then cubes their value by using this for loop. Here is a generator generating those values as you need them. Okay, so if you call directly find cubes of 10, then there is a no longer list. See here, if you call the find cubes and here we pass the 5 number, see, my output is that the generator object find cubes at this memory location. Okay, so here we create a one generator. So this generator will print by using another way. See here, by using list. See here, my output 0, 1, 8, 27 and 64. Okay, so let's see the one more example which calculate Fibonacci sequences or the series. So Fibonacci means that if there is an number A and the next number is the B, then next number is the sum of a previous two, that is the A plus B. Okay, means that the next number is the sum of the previous two numbers. Okay, like this way we calculate those numbers, and this is your Fibonacci series. So here def, my function name is that the Fibo, pass the value of n. Okay, so see here, define some values, a equal to 1, b equal to 1. Then for x in range, here we pass the value n. Then use the yield, yield, yield a. Then a equal to b and b equal to a plus b. Okay, so see here, we run this code. Invalid syntax for. So here keyword is that the for. Okay, run this code. Call this generator for number in Fibo. Here we pass the number 10. Okay, then print this number. See here, my output is that 1, 1. So 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 4. So there is a one mistake. Okay, so if you change these two lines, see here, a comma b is equal to b comma a plus b. See here, after running this code, my output is 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8. Okay, like this way. So meaning of this statement is that here a equal to b and again b equal to the a plus b. At the same line, these two expression is evaluated. Okay, so this is the Fibonacci series. So what if this was a normal function? So just to kind of show you the difference between the yielding something and creating a normal function. Okay, so see here, if we creating this as a normal function, we copy paste this code here. Okay, so see, def, for example, your function is that the Fibo 1, okay, and a equal to 1, b equal to 1. Then this is your output list, empty list. Then for x in a range n, and instead of yield, here you append output dot append a. And here a equal to b, b equal to a plus b. Okay, after running this code, okay, again Fibo 1, here we pass the list number 10, okay, and we print the output. Here we return output. Okay, so see here Fibo 10, so this is your output. Okay, 1 1 2 3 5 8 13 21 34 55. So this is the advantage of yielding, because instead of storing data in a list, we directly pass the value to the generator. So we save the memory. So this is very beneficial when there is an huge list. So next, see the one more example. My function is that the simple gen, okay, then by using for loop for x in range 3, okay, then yield x, okay, then by using for loop for number in simple gen, okay, and print this number. So see here my number is that the 0 1 2. Okay, now we assign this function g equal to simple gen. Okay, see here if we print the g, see g is the generator. So by using next function, see next of g, so next is a built-in function of a generator, so print the first result, that is the 0. Okay, again print, here we call, copy paste this code here, again we call the next, so my next is that the 1. Okay, so this is a generator object doing internally when you call that the yield keyword. Okay, again we call, here we print result 2. Okay, again see this is an error, stop iteration error, because there is no next value. So they inform that all the values have been yielded. Okay, so like this way, by using for loop, generator will work. So see here for number in simple gen, okay, then print here number. So 0 1 2. iter function is allow us to automatically iterate through a normal object that you may not expect. So see here one more example which are related to the string. See here s is equal to hello, okay, for letter in s, print the letter. So output is that the HELLO. So string itself is going to be able to iterate with the next function. So in fact, if I say the next of s, then they will say this string object is an iterator. So this actually means is that the string object does support the iteration because we went through a for loop on it, but we cannot directly iterate over it just like we did if a generator using the next function. So in order to that, basically string into generator. So we can iterate over, we are going to say, let's understand it here and then call the function on it. Okay, so see here sval is equal to iter of s. So by using iterator, we call the next function sval. So this is your h. Again next sval, next one is that the e. So now you know how to convert objects that are iterable into the iterators themselves. In short, we create your own generator by using the yield. Okay, so student, test this code on your machine. If you have any queries, then comment on your query in comment box. Likes and subscribe the channel. See you on next video. Thank you.